Hello, Fernando.
Hello. Hey, let me know when you have your Unity open. Again, we're just opening last week's project. Okay, so now that you have your Unity open, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a lobby, uh, well, a scene for the lobby, and this is of course going to take care of other players joining your game, and there will be in the lobby until everyone presses ready. Then the game will start, and we'll launch your actual scene. So to start off, so everyone should have this right now. So when you press play, you have your title screen, you have your username where you can enter your username, and then you can select the car color, and then each time you select the color, it dynamically changes the color of the car, so you know what car you're going to select. Okay, so everyone should have this, and then when you press join, it should start your scene. But what we want is we do not want to join yet. We want to give an option of either hosting a server or joining a server. So we're gonna do
So I just have a question.
yes question.
One of my cars just like always rams into a wall every time it goes, and it just like keeps ramming into it.
We'll fix that problem later. Right now we're moving on to networks.
Okay.
So we'll fix that problem later.
Wait,
Well,
so
at
are
the
we
end.
gonna be able to play with like each other online, or do you have to be like on the same internet?
For now, you have to be on the same internet, but at the when we have this, when we finish this up, well, not finish this up. Sorry, when we get this working, I'm gonna make my own server, and you guys can join the server and
Cool.
play there, and you guys can just tell me to put that map, and then I'll put that map there, so you guys can play on that map.
So Reese and I
Mhm.
will still be able to play together then, because we're on the same internet.
Correct. Yeah, as
Okay.
long as you guys know each other's what's it called IP address, it should be easy to
I
locate.
could just look it up.
Yeah, yeah. And you'll be able to connect to his computer. But for now, we're
Okay.
just doing localhost. Again, we're just setting it up, and then once we have something good, then I'll make my own server, and you guys can connect to it, and you guys can give me your
Okay.
maps and your assets, and I'll be able to post it there. Okay, so yeah, like I said, we have this. So let's start off with a big thing. We need a separate part of Unity. This is called the networking part. Unity changed its network to well, it doesn't have an official network thing anymore. Now it relies on third party. But there's a free good third party. Um, I don't want to say app, and then this one is called Mirror. So if you guys can go to the asset store and then look up Mirror, Mirror, Mirror.
How did you go to the asset store?
It's up here in the tab in the menu tab. Can you guys see this? Is it too tiny? Is the text too tiny?
It looks a little too tiny for me.
Well, up here. Okay, so let me see if I can make this bigger.
I think I found it. So,
I worked on one screen and not on the other. Okay, well, it's not allowing me to zoom in. Yeah, but it's called the Asset Store, and the Asset Store, you can find it on Windows, General, and it should be. It's not there. No, it's right here actually. Just Windows and then Asset Store. So Control 9, and you'll be able to find it. Launch it. If you found it, just go to the search bar, type in mirror, search, and then the one you want to search, you want to look for is this one that has a blue background, like a baby blue background, and it says mirror. So click on that, and then it's going to ask you to get, purchase, or whatever. It's free, so you don't have to put any number. Just press it, and then just click on import when it's done, when it's ready. Sorry, and then it's going to import all the packages. So you're going to see this. Just make sure everything's checked on because you need everything. Once it's ready, click on import. And then all the packages will be written to your Unity, okay?
Is there like, you know how you always make a thing we can download for each class? Do you have one of those this class?
Yeah. Do you need one?
I guess so, because mine doesn't have the part where you can like select your car.
Ah, I see. Okay, let me give you mine then. Here we go. Where's the chat? Okay, so I'm posting it in the chat. And in there you can download my version. It's just called Car Racing. So remember, to import the package, you have to make a brand new Unity game. So just call it Car Racing 4 or 5 or whatever version you're in. And then just drag and drop it into the project. If you just drag it and drop it into the project and then you're overwriting stuff, it's not a good idea because then your stuff will conflict with my stuff. Then it just turns into a giant mess. So it's just best to start off brand new, and then from there you have all the assets I have. Okay. So on my side, mine is done importing. So when it's done importing, you should see a folder called mirror, and then other folders. But the main one's called mirror. Okay. Let me know when you guys are ready, or when it's done.
I'm done.
You guys are ready. Done. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for everyone else. Nearly working. What does that mean, Molly? Oh, how's my computer so fast? Because I take it out for morning walks, jogs. That's why it's fit. Just kidding. I don't know. You probably need to buy. I mean, I have an SSD. Maybe you need to upgrade your computer. I don't know. I think if your computer is like more than 3 years old, it starts to go slow. It's the same with phones. For some reason, they start getting slower.
Oh, finally it's done. It took a really long time to import and I couldn't exit Unity, so I couldn't say anything and I couldn't unmute myself. And it just took like 700,000 hours to import.
All right. I like your exaggeration.
What what figure of speech is that? Is that like hyperbole or is that something different?
I think it's just exaggeration.
Exaggeration.
I don't know my English stuff. I was really bad at it. I was okay with math and chemistry actually, but I chose comp sci for some reason, and I'm here now.
Chemistry's fun.
Chemistry is fun. You get to pour liquids and make stuff happen. Make the car race.
So is this part 4?
Yeah, I guess you can call it part 4.
I'm just
You can
wondering
call it.
which file am I going to use.
Oh, you mean call it?
I
What are
mean,
you gonna call it?
which I have multiple of your files, and I don't know which one to use.
Oh, just download the. I mean, the most recent one you just downloaded. That's the one you should be using. The one that just says car racing Unity package. That's the one you should be using. It's up to you, Molly. Like I said, if you have it working, just use yours. If you don't, then just use mine. Yeah, it's up to you what you want to do. Hello, Senor Parashar.
I
Hi. Can you go to the asset store and download something called Mirror, and then import it into your scene?
uh-huh.
It's really windy over there.
Is that mine?
I don't
No,
think
it's
so.
not mine. No. Oh, it's called Mirror.
Mirror, yeah. Mirror.
Hey, Liam McCarthy, I think you got your mic unmuted.
I guess I do then. All right. So hopefully everyone has that downloaded and imported. Once you have that, the next step is making making a lobby scene. Because this is what should happen is you should be able to type in your name, and that name is going to be stored in something called the player prefs. Its player prefs are kind of like save, like a snippet of data. And what happens is either in Windows, or since some of you guys are using Mac, it goes and saves it into something called the registry as a small kind of data chunks. It's only for Unity, and there it saves the information. Another way to save it is just writing a file and just writing your stuff there. Yeah, I mean that's what other games do. It's kind of like a save data, right? I don't think has anyone emulated games before, like done emulation, like N64.
I have.
I have.
Okay,
I
so with
emulated
those,
Pac-Man.
perfect. Yeah. So, well, I think Pac-Man's a little too early, but other games like I think starting
Yeah,
from like
emulated a Pokemon Red.
Okay, well
Oh yeah,
those
Pokemon Red.
yeah, well those games, if you emulate them, the emulator actually creates .sav files, and those save files contain the player's data. So if you want to open it up and start like adding more coins, gems, or whatever, you can, because it's just a save. It's just a file that has all your data. All it's doing is reading from that file and then loading it to the game. The game is just an empty shell, and then the data is the player is actually what you have inside. So that's what a player prefs are. And what we want to do is we want to store this information into player prefs, and then when we press next, we want to ask the player, okay, do you want to host a game, or do you want to connect to someone else's game? Once the player chooses one of those options, then we go on to the what is it called? The room, the lobby. Okay, so let's start off by first making a second panel here, and this panel is going to ask. Well, it's going to have two buttons, either to join or host. So
What I'm gonna do is to make this easier. I'm just gonna duplicate my panel. So I'm just gonna press Control D to duplicate, and then I am going to start moving this stuff around. So here, this panel. Whoa, I have two panels. Sorry, I duplicated the wrong panel. Sorry, it's no, I did duplicate the right panel. What am I doing? Oh, I don't even know my own work. Okay, so I'm duplicating my panel. And then here, I'm just going to get rid of some things. So like the username, I don't need it. The car, the drop down, I don't need it. I just need the join button. And the car selection, I don't need. And the join and the title should be there. I'm just going to drag these in. No, I'm just going to leave it there. Okay, so I have my join button and my title button. So instead of join, now it's going to say connect to or host. So I'm going to change this text instead of text here, instead of join, I'm going to call it host. And I'm sorry.
No.
What?
How'd you copy it?
Hello? I
Hello?
can't hear you.
I
Can you
can
hear me?
hear you.
You hear me?
I think he
Yes,
can hear you.
Oh,
I
okay.
can hear you.
Well, anyway, did you? How do you copy that?
Copy what? Sorry. What
The
do you
whole
want me
like
to copy?
thing.
Oh, I just duplicated the panel. So whatever panel we had. So
I don't
this
have a panel. I don't think.
Well,
Yeah, I don't have a panel.
so it's all your stuff is just under canvas.
Let me see.
Yeah, same. I
Yeah,
don't have a
same,
panel
yeah.
because mine's on a whiteboard.
Okay,
It's all
that's
under
fine.
canvas.
Okay, if you have all this stuff like under canvas, then just make an empty game object under canvas, and then just shove everything into that empty game object, so it becomes the parent of those objects. And then you can duplicate them. Or what you can do is you can just copy and paste your button. You just press Control C. But I strongly suggest you using a panel. Reason why? Because once you take a look at my screen.
Wait, so
once
create
you,
empty, then name it panel.
yeah, you can name it that. That's fine.
Okay.
So take a look at mine. So if I turn on my panel, see how it completely replaces what's on top. So
Yeah.
basically, it's just one layer on top, and that's exactly what we want. And when we turn it off, it goes back to the original. So you can imagine like a stacks of paper being stacked in front of your face. So whatever is in front, right? That's being layered, and then when you remove it, the layer below it now displays what's at the bottom. So that's what we're looking for.
Wait, so I should copy panel, like just Control C panel.
Control D just to duplicate.
And then I just created it in the same one though, same scene.
It should be fine.
Okay.
Isn't like a panel like the gray thing that you have that's
Yeah.
behind the username? Yeah, but do I have to make that? I don't know, like, because mine doesn't need that. Like the text is readable already.
No. Okay. So the whole point of this is this. Like, so here, this panel, it's going to be, user info. It doesn't have to be a panel. It can just be an empty game object. And this empty game object is just the parent of all the little. For example, here, like I have all these things, and these things are the children of the panel or the object, right? And then here, this is going to do the same thing. Because when we disable the parent, it disables all the children, and that's exactly what we want.
Okay, so should I make a empty game object under canvas?
Yeah, make an empty game object under canvas, and then shove all the parts that you have in that game object, and that's now the parent of those game objects.
Okay.
And then just rename it to like player settings or player info or whatever. As long as you're able to, as long as you know what's there, and then duplicate it, and all we want is just a button. Or you don't have to duplicate; you can just make another button. It's easier, but you have to make it into another game object. Reason why, again, because we need to disable this, and then we need to enable the other one. Okay, that's because we're enabling, disabling, enabling, disabling, depending on what page are we in.
All right, I moved everything into a game object.
Mm-hmm.
Fernando,
Mm-hmm.
I have a quick. I don't know if this is a quick question, but in the title screen, how do I make the camera look at less stuff? Like, how do I
Okay.
make it smaller?
Okay. So can you share your screen? I want to see that less. I think it might be your computer resolution or just your game
Okay, I'll
screen size. Yeah.
Yes, so
Okay.
basically, when I go into game, it shows all of this empty area.
Mm-hmm.
So like, how do I make it only show a part of it, like from here to like here?
Okay. So what you can do is click on free aspect. Yeah, and then change it to 16 by 9. Mhm. Okay, so once you do that, the stop playing. No, no, sorry, not stop playing. Hmm. Actually, you know what? Click on 16 by 9, and then click on standalone. Yeah. No, I click
Did
it
I do?
back to 60 by 9. Yeah. Let's see. Uh, I guess the other thing you can do is dock the game to on the right where the inspector is, and that will make the game smaller or thinner. Oh, I guess it didn't. I kept the.
It's keeping the panel size. If I change that, would this change? Or like the background?
No, no, no. You have to change the window size because
Oh,
it's displaying what your game is displaying. Basically, imagine that's your screen, and that's what the size of the screen is. Or that's what it's displaying based on what the game size is, the
uh-huh.
game window size. So click on your game window. Yeah, and just make it thinner. Click on the inspector and make it thinner. Or I mean, make the inspector a lot bigger so you can make the middle part smaller. Yeah, yeah, and it squishes everything.
Ooh.
Yeah, it smushes everything. Make it bigger again. Make your inspector smaller. It's completely smushed your parts.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll move it.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, that was my solution. It worked on mine. Having
Why
a
can't
six.
I move? Oh, it's because I'm using the wrong. So weird. Oh, that's
Okay. Another thing is maybe make your cameras bigger. Click on your camera. Yeah. And it says size.
size. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Can you move your mouse a little bit to the left? Yeah, until it changes. Yeah. So click and drag it to the left.
Like this.
Yeah. Keep going. Does it change it? No, it
Yeah, it
doesn't
does
change
change
it.
it. It does
It
change it.
does. It does change it.
It's changing the number, but I don't know if it's changing
Oh,
anything.
is it? I'm asking like if is it affecting
No,
the?
everything looks the same in the scene.
Yeah, because this is canvas. Okay, undo. Click on canvas. Oh. Yeah, change this from screen overlay to camera. Yeah, click and drag your main camera. There. And press F to focus. Okay. Now change your camera size. Yeah. Makes it too tiny.
Wait, if I do this to 4, it just messes everything up. Like the
It just
scene.
messes everything up. Yeah.
Oh wait, what? Okay, now let's go. What is this stuff?
Just leave it there. um, I guess you can just make the text bigger and reorganize everything, and just make everything bigger. That would be my other
I
solution.
think I'll just keep it.
Wait, is that the solution to making your camera like bigger?
Yeah, I mean on mine, once I select 16 by 9, it just stays there. It's a resolution that stays, and it works fine. Like
Wait,
I move it onto a bigger screen, and it looks fine.
where can you change it to 16 by 9?
Can you share your screen?
Yeah.
Wait, what do I change here? Okay, this.
Oh, just change your canvas back to world space.
Okay.
All right, hold up.
Your canvas.
I'm just messing with this.
Shall I share my screen or
Yeah,
shit?
go ahead,
All
go
right.
ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so right now, in the game, it kind of looks weird. Like there's to the side, there's that red, and then the
Uh-huh.
big race is covered, and Eminem Dr. Phil is also only
Uh-huh.
halfway in the frame. So
Okay.
I'd like to fix that.
Okay. One thing you can do, um, one thing you can do is click on your game object.
This
Yeah,
one?
yeah, that one. Mhm.
Yeah.
Press W. Okay, move that until you center it with the. Okay. Second, click on your.
Oh,
No,
shoot.
no, don't
Sorry.
do that. I click on the divider between the project and the scene. That's the
Where are you
hard.
looking?
Yeah, yeah. Keep
Project,
move your mouse down.
project,
Move
it's
your mouse down. Move your mouse down.
oh,
There, there, yeah. Okay, so you know where your scene is, right? And then you know where your project folder is.
yeah. Project is here, and then
Uh,
scene is up
it's right
here.
there. Okay, you know where they meet? The
No, I
two
do
windows.
not.
The two
Oh,
windows meet
yeah, like
right
here.
there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So make it smaller.
Oh, that.
Yeah, bring it down. Okay. Let's see if that fixed it. Go back to game. Go to game.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it a little smaller on this side though, so I can. There's too much in frame.
What is your title
shoot.
screen, Reese?
It's right now. It's oh shoot. Hold on, 1 second. There we go. Right now it's big race, and then there's Eminem, Dr. Phil, some stock photo of an old man having a heart attack. And then there's a selection of skin tone chicken bone, which starts the game, username in the car select.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. So now that we have that, like I said, let's go back to our. Let's go back to my presentation. Yours isn't working, Molly. What's not working? Okay. So for everyone else, can you share your screen, Molly? So for everyone else, make sure you have two buttons. One called Host, and the other one called Join. Okay. Host or Join. You can just copy your buttons, or you can make completely brand new buttons. Whatever you want, that's fine. Just have two buttons. One called Host, and the other called Join. What do you mean you don't know where to download? Oh, you mean the project? Oof, Molly, you gotta keep up. Okay, what's wrong? Did you click the link? Click on the link. You mean okay? Do you have the project working? Can you click on your project? Yeah, go to scenes. The folder at the bottom. It's called scenes. And go to title screen. Okay. Double click on your canvas. Yeah, well, zoom out, I guess. There you go. Was that what you were looking for? It looks like yours isn't complete. Did you download the one I have on the Google Drive? I can't see this Google thing is in the way. Yeah, you need to download that one. Not, I think you downloaded the wrong one. You imported the. Yeah, it's not part 4. It's just this one. It's literally what you see on my screen is what you get. So I think you downloaded the wrong one. Try grabbing the new one and just putting it in there. Yeah, that one. Click and drag it. There. That's right in there. Okay, and just press. Yeah, import everything. Let's reload. There you go. It's just your screen is pretty small. Yeah, your resolution is pretty big. So you might have to make stuff look smaller. Yeah, just make it look smaller. Just grab. Yeah. I guess that's fine. Anyways, okay. You can fix it later. So just make sure you make a new panel. So click on canvas, or just yeah, click on panel. Yeah, press Control D. Yeah, perfect. And then go inside this panel, the new panel. So click on the little arrow. Yeah, and then click on panel again. The little arrow. Okay, erase the user title, username. Yeah, erase those. Just click and delete. Okay. Click delete the title. Yeah, card type title. Delete the drop down. Okay. Delete card selection. Yeah. Okay. And then so this button, move it somewhere in the middle. Yeah, a little higher, because you need to make 2 buttons. Yeah, one there and one on the bottom. So duplicate this one. And bring it down. Yeah, and then change the text. One called host and the other one called join. Well, this one's called join. Let's call the other one host. To change the text, click on the button. Click on the little arrow on the button, join button. Yeah, and then the text is right there. Perfect. Okay, join and host. You should do host and then join, not join host.
Should I? Sorry. In order to get like a blank slate with the panel and then just have the buttons host and join, do I need to uncheck the game object with everything in it, or is it something else?
You can, yeah. If you uncheck it, then it goes away. The previous information, right?
What'd you say?
The previous information. The previous panel. Is that what
yeah,
you're
like
asking?
the previous one. Should I
Yeah, you
uncheck
have-
it then add host and join?
Yeah. You have to uncheck it so you can see clearly what you're doing with the host and join buttons.
Okay.
We're gonna do that with the buttons anyway. So yeah. All right. So now that we have that, pay attention to this because this one is this is really tricky. So what the next thing we're going to do is, instead of writing a script and then writing, disable this, disable that, or do that, we're just going to do it with the button. So the cool thing is these buttons have access to the game object's properties, so we can disable and enable properties. So here, the first thing we're going to do is, well, actually, we're going to go back to our previous panel. So we're going to uncheck this and then check back to the user info. And then this one, we're not going to call this one join. We're just going to say continue or next. I'm just going to say next. Yeah, and then here, we're going to click on the button. We're going to scroll down. And then here, let me get the magnifying thing so you guys can see what's going on. Yeah, here, it's going to ask, Yeah, here it should have something already. It says Game Manager and then Start Game. We don't want to do this anymore, so you can just click this and just minus it.
Wait,
But
what are you
instead,
under?
I'm under the. I can't move this.
Next? I don't have a button that says
Yeah,
next.
yeah. Next, this button is under. It's for the username and type of
Oh, mine says
card.
start.
Yeah, yeah. So I just told you to change the name, change the text from start to
Oh,
something else. To
okay.
next. hmm
Yeah, I think you
And
weren't
then
presenting your screen or something, so I didn't really
I'm
see.
not. I'm sorry. This magnifying thing is
Hey
super
Fernanda,
hard.
how do I minimize my game starter, like my join host and join menu, so I can just see like the original panel? How
Oh,
do I
okay.
like make it disappear?
To make it disappear, you have to click on the parent. So in this case, mine is the panel. If you have game object, then you have to select the game object, and then click the little check mark on the top next to the name. Yeah, let me pull up the magnifier again. Yeah, right here. You see, there's a check
Oh,
mark.
I see. Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
Thanks.
check it, uncheck it, and then you see on my screen it's coming in and coming out. Okay. Okay, so make sure let's see, we don't want this. We want this next button. So we're back to the first panel. So username and type of car. And in here, we're gonna select the button, not the text. So here in the button, and then scroll down. And like I said, there should be something there because we had something previously. Just click on it and just click the minus button. So you remove that on click. And instead, what we want to do is click on the plus button. And what we want to do is we want to drag the other parent, the new panel or the new game object. And what we want to do is, let me see, click and drag this panel here. So mine's just called panel one. And then I'm going to click on the function and I'm going to click on game object and set active. And what I want to do is want to put the check mark. So what happens is when you press this button, this panel game objects is now active. It's true. So now it turns on. And what I want to do with my panel, so my this user info panel, mine is called user info. I want to go to game object, and then I want to set active, and then uncheck it. So now it's false. Okay. So these are the options that we need when we press next. So now when we play the game, oh god, this thing is super hard to maneuver. Okay, now when we press play, if I press next, now it changes to this one. Okay. So now I play again. I press next. So I enter my name, whatever car, and I press next, and now it changes to host and join. Okay. So make sure yours does that.
On click thing, did you change? I couldn't see for a second.
What do you mean you can't see?
Oh,
What did I
nothing.
drag
It
in
just
here?
for me, I
Oh.
wasn't able to see what you did with the button, but now I can see. Wait, hold on. How did you change it so it just goes next? That's what I didn't see.
To go next.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the button next, so there should be here on the join button, right?
Yeah.
It's why I renamed it to next or change the text to next. And then here, if you scroll all the way down on the button, you'll get this on click. It's right below navigation.
Yeah.
So on click stuff. So then here, whatever you had there, just click on it and just press minus to remove it. And then what you do is once you have it completely removed, press the plus button to add a command. And what you want to do is you want to enable the next panel, so or game object or whatever parent you have with the two buttons. So what you do is you go to the parent with the two buttons. Mine is called this panel one, so it's currently disabled. So click and drag it all the way here, and then go to this function, click on no function, and then change it to game object, and then set active. And
Okay.
make sure it's checked on.
All right. And then there's something else.
Yeah, and then you would have to do the current panel, which the one that's currently displaying all this information. This one you have to drag it in here and then uncheck it. So same thing, game object set active, and then uncheck it. So that means this panel is now going, or game object is not going to be disabled.
Set active. Okay, then you just uncheck that, and okay, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, Molly, to get one panel behind the other, or yours isn't displaying correctly, make sure the panels go by in order. So make sure the panel you duplicated is this panel, like right after the current panel. Okay.
Fernando.
Yola.
I got kind of lost,
Okay.
like from the moment we made the second panel. So can I
Mhm.
share? I have no idea.
Sure.
Okay, so I have two panels, right? And then I saw some other stuff on your screen, and I had no idea what they were for.
Okay. Hold on. Let's check my notes. Let's see. Well, a bird just flew on the window. That's funny. Okay. We have panel one, panel two, perfect, and then panel two is what?
I don't know. They're both the same right now.
Oh, okay. So what panel two is basically just remove the username, the drop down, and the input, and it's just going to be two buttons. Yeah, just delete those, and just keep the join button and car preview. Yeah, delete it. Okay, and then change the so join instead of, well, yeah, it has to say join. You're gonna put two buttons, one called join and the other one called host.
Host text.
Yep. Mhm. Okay, so once you have that, that's fine. The next thing is, let's go back to our other panel. So let's disable panel two. Yeah, disable it. Okay, for panel one, if you go to the join button, instead of join, just change it to text. I mean next. So change the text to next. Okay, and then click on the join button again. Okay, let's scroll down on the inspector, and then let's remove this on click. So click on this and then press minus. Yeah. Okay. Now let's add a command. So add plus. And what we want to do is we want to click and drag panel two. So that's the disabled panel. Yeah, there. And change the functions from no function to game object. Set active. Yeah, and make sure it's true. So click on the little check mark. Yep. Yeah, and then do the same thing. Yeah, make sure it's on. Yeah, and then press plus and do the same thing, but for panel one. Panel one is going to be disabled, not enabled. Oh. And make sure it's off. Perfect. Okay. Now when you run the game, press play. When you press next, it's going to disable this this panel, and it's going to show you the next panel. Yep.
Okay,
And that's it.
so
Just it for now.
join.
There's nothing else.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all we did. Okay.
So this should be unchecked.
Yeah, the panel two should be unchecked. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, I have this error. I don't know what it's for.
Start game. Oh, yeah. But don't worry about that because we're not starting the game yet.
Okay. Okay.
It's complaining about something.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let me resume my presentation. All right. So now that we have this, our next button, we're gonna create a back button. So just in case you're like, oh, I didn't want that to be my username, or I want to change something. So we're gonna have a back button. So on our second panel,
our second panel, you can just duplicate another button. You can make it smaller. So in this case, I want to this join button. I'm just going to duplicate it, make it smaller, turn on the corner here, and then change it to back. So I can go back. And then what I'm going to do is this, well, I'm going to rename this to back. And what I'm going to do is if you scroll down here on the unclick, again, I should have just erased these unclicks, but I still keep on copying it. What I'm going to do here is going to do the reverse of what we did with continue. So this panel is going to be unchecked, and then the first panel is going to be checked. So I'm going to press plus here. I'm going to drag my panel number 1, which is my second panel, and I want to disable this panel. This is the current panel I'm in. So disable, and then press plus again, and I'm going to grab my user info, which is my panel 0, which is the first one, and I'm going to turn this one on, set active to true. Okay, so now when I
Wait,
press
hold on. I'm
play,
still working on my back button. Can you slow down?
yeah, but this is
Okay.
what's supposed to happen though. You press next, and you can go back. Okay, perfect.
The text on my back button's really weird.
What's it doing?
It's like super like stretched.
Did you try scaling it?
Yes.
Okay, can you share your screen? I can
Okay.
measure that.
Can you see?
No.
Why not?
Okay, I'm seeing now.
Okay.
You have
See, like,
beautiful buttons. I like your buttons.
thanks.
Hmm.
So, it does like this, and then when I try to scale it, like it's fine when I make it big, but then when I make it small, it's like super kind of stretched and stuff, and it's all on the bottom.
Did you duplicate it from the host, or
Yeah, I did. I did.
you did? Hmm. Okay, can you delete that button and then duplicate it one more time? Duplicate it
Okay.
again. Okay. Okay, now instead of scaling it, click on the fourth tool, the one with the square. Yeah, the rect tool.
Yeah, that's what I
No,
used before.
this one. No, the other one.
Oh, this.
Yeah, that one. And then click on the handles and just make it.
Oh, there. That's better.
Okay. Uh-huh. And if you want the button to be smaller now, you press the scale tool and just uniformly make it smaller.
I kind of like the size.
Okay.
There. I think that's good.
It looks beautiful. Okay. So now that we have this, how do you make the back button work? So the back button, like we did with the continue button, it's just inverted logic. So panel 1 turns on, and then panel 2 turns off. So you have to click on the on click on the button properties. All right. So now that we have this, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to now implement the actual mm, network manager. So this one is a little complicated. Actually, should we just focus on UI? Yeah, you know what? Let's just focus on UI first. Let's finish up the UI because we just have one more UI to do, and then we'll implement the network manager. So let's save this. Make sure you press Control S to save, and then make. Let's see. I don't. I like my background and I like my colors that's currently on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save this as a prefab. So I'm just gonna click and drag it down here just to save the color. And I'm gonna unpack this completely. You don't have to do this. You can just start off with different colors, but I would like to keep my theme. So what I did is just click and drag your whatever panel you have into your project folder just to create something called prefab. Okay. And then once you create the prefab, just right click here on the panel and just unpack completely. It says unpack prefab completely. Click that so it goes back to normal color. If you have it as a prefab, it turns blue. And then just unpack it because then it becomes a mess. So just unpack it, just make sure it's normal color. But then you still have your panel down here. Okay. Make sure you save everything, file save.
Do you just like so you take it out and then you put it back in, then you unpack it?
No. So all I did is click and drag my panel down to the project.
Project folder, yeah, I know.
Okay. And then when let me start all over. So click and drag my panel down here. Okay. Then it creates a panel one or a copy or prefab. And then what I do is the one on the hierarchy, I right click on the hierarchy one, and then it says unpack prefab completely. Click on that, and it turns it back to normal.
And then I do that for both menus.
No. You just have to copy one menu. You don't have to copy both. Unless like you really love the first panel and just I would suggest just copying one of them. Okay. Okay. Once you have this, like I said, save, and then click on File, New Scene. New scene here. I forgot to save. Yeah. Okay. And this is your new scene here. Okay. So with your scene, right click, create canvas.
Wait, I'm sorry, hold on. I accidentally dragged like my second menu down to the project folder, but I don't want it there. Could I just delete it, or would that delete it off the hierarchy?
No, you can delete it on the project folder.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
Alright.
so once you have that, make a new scene. With your new scene, then you can click and drag your prefab into your hierarchy, and then you'll have this. You have this new scene, and then save the scene. Press Control S and call it what should you call it? Lobby. Okay, and then save it
Backs
under
still don't
scenes.
work.
Okay, and your
I
scenes
can't
folder.
see it.
Can't see what?
I can't see my entire like buttons and stuff when I drag it in from the prefab.
Make sure it's under the canvas. If you drag it into just the normal game
Oh.
object, it won't
Okay.
render. It has to be under a canvas. Can you share your screen, Molly?
Nope, still not working.
No trabaja. Okay, let me just help Molly and I'll come back to you.
No Trabaja for me either.
Oh wait, I just fixed it.
No
I-
Trivago. Hotel Trivago, right?
Yeah. Hotel Travag. I forgot what the brand is.
Okay. Let's see what you have, Molly. Okay, well, let's see your back button. Okay, scroll down on your inspector. Okay, I told you to remove the game manager stuff. So click the minus button. Yeah, there you go. Just have those two. That's it. The reason why I wasn't doing anything because it was crashing. Press back. And it still doesn't work. Okay, maybe stop. No. That goes before it. You had it in the right order. There goes the other one.
Well, this page won't show up if I
Yeah.
switch
Okay.
it.
Yeah. I just have to look at your logic. So do it. Switch it back. Yeah. Okay. Now click on your button. The back button. I want to see the properties of the back button. Okay. Scroll down on the button.
Okay, so we have panel one act. Oh, that's the problem. Those two are inverted logic. So uncheck the check mark and check the non-check mark on the on click. No, the bottom. There you go. Try it now. And click next, and then it should go back to the next one. Yeah, and then back. There you go. There we go. All right, Zane, did you fix your problem?
Zane did. I have
Yes.
not though.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Waffle, can you share your screen?
All right. All right. So basically, I'm pretty sure you said to make like a canvas, and put the menu under the canvas. Or shoot, sorry, hold on.
The menu has to be in the canvas.
All right, I put it in, and now. Oh wait, shoot, it's out. I didn't notice that.
Okay, just move your menu.
Yeah, but my image hasn't come back.
Click on your menu. Yeah. What do you mean your image hasn't come back?
Like my background image.
Oh, did you save that stuff? It doesn't
Oh
save back.
shoot, I don't think I put it in the menu.
Well,
Should I go back?
yep. Go back and I guess save it.
All right, hold on.
Yeah. Make sure you click on the scene.
Save as
Lobby.
lobby. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. Yes. What's her name? Molly. Yeah, Molly. Save the scene and then make a new scene. File new scene. And then, yeah, like I said, you can click and drag your old stuff. If you don't want to, just leave it like this. For everyone else that's done and it's waiting for what to do next. So here we're going to design a lobby system. So this lobby system is going to have a back button, and it's going to have four. We're just going to limit it to 4 players for now. You can add 5 if you want to, but for my models, it's going to be 4. So what you want to do is you want to have. Let's see this panel. You want to have a text. The text is going to display, the name of the player, and then another text next to it is ready. So it's going to turn red when it's not ready, turn green when it's ready, and what else? I think that's it.
Is this the different scene?
Yeah, this is a new scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to have a new scene.
So
Okay.
do I just copy paste this from the other scene?
You can just copy and paste it. I created a what's it called, a prefab. Makes it easier, just drag and drop.
There, I fixed it.
That's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Thank you for telling me.
Sure. Okay. So here you guys can create text. So you can bring in the text TMP, and then I'm just gonna remove the button stuff. It makes my life easier.
Ooh,
What's wrong?
where did my title screen go?
Make sure it's under a canvas. You have to create a canvas. If you did a prefab like I did, you have to create a canvas.
No, I don't see mine anymore.
You mean new scene?
No, I don't see my panel. Like where did it go? Like I still have the track, but then I don't have my title screen.
Interesting. Is it under a folder called scenes?
Wait. No, because wait. Oh, I do. I was just zoomed in. Okay, never mind. I'm just a bit slow.
Okay.
Okay, how do I save it as a prefab?
Just click and drag that object into the project folder.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
What was that?
I said I get what you're doing now. I was like, why are you moving the button to the top corner?
Yeah.
Now you know, right?
I guess so.
T.
Wait, so if this is the lobby, so this is different from like the host and join, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So the host, basically, you create a lobby. So then you'll see here, and then you will be player one. So you will be the one able to start the game. So even if there's 2 or 3 players, you can press the start button to everyone start. If you are joining a game, that means you're joining and you're waiting for that one person to press play. That's the
Okay.
difference between a host and a client.
Hmm.
hmm So again, I'm just gonna duplicate this 4 times.
How do you move the background in the text? How do you move it with it? Like the black back. For me, it's black. For you, it's the grayish black.
Hmm.
Like the thing right behind the player connecting.
Oh, how do I move it?
Yeah.
Like, how do I make it bigger? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
I
I just
like it.
clicked. I clicked this tool. It's the 5th tool on the toolbar. It's a rectangle tool. So here I just stretched it because it's a stretch. So I stretched
No, no,
it
no.
to.
But then there's like this other. No, not that thing. You know the boxes that are surrounding each player connecting symbol?
Okay, I can't. I can't visualize what you're saying. Can you just share your screen?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
Okay.
this black box. How do I make that bigger with the text?
Oh, okay. So just click that, and then yeah, that tool, and just click on the left. Yeah, and then stretch it to the left. Is that what you
Oh,
mean?
wait, yeah. Wait, it didn't work before for some reason. Okay, sorry.
Okay, that's all good.
And then okay, and then we just make how many ever like players we have or we want to have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, how did you make the player connecting box? Like what did you duplicate and tweak?
I duplicated a button and just removed the button properties, the component, and I just left the image.
Okay, but like it shows like none of the other stuff. You duplicated the panel, right? But it doesn't show any of the other stuff that used to be there.
Yep, because I
Like
deleted it.
oh, so you'd made another duplicate.
Uh, no. Or okay, can I see what you're doing? I'm confused.
Also, because I made the prefab, it's not letting me delete parts of the prefab.
Oh, just unpack it. That I told you guys to unpack it. So cancel. Right click on panel 2, and then it's just unpack completely.
Yeah, I did that. Okay.
Okay, and then now you can start deleting stuff.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see, Liam. Where's your present? I can't see your presentation, Liam.
Wait, here I'm trying to get it. Here. Can you see it now?
Yeah. Kerchow. Okay. What's up?
So I do it. So I have this, this panel, and then I have this panel. But when I go to your screen, it doesn't look like you have either of those. What did you do?
No. I created a brand new scene. It looks like you're still in the old scene. Did you create a new scene?
No. So we're
Okay.
supposed to.
No. Okay. So what you're supposed to do is, um, grab the meat.
Is you in a hurricane right now?
Grab the mini panel. It says mini panel. Mini panel.
This?
No, the one that's alive or the one that's
This
yeah,
one.
that one. Yeah. Click and drag that onto your project folder.
Here,
The gray area.
here.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay.
Then
Now
I
go.
just
Now it's highlighted blue. Now the color is blue. Right click on it. Mini panel. No. On the hierarchy.
here we go.
Yeah. Right click and then unpack completely. Unpack.
Unpack prefab completely.
Okay. Uh-huh. And now okay, save this. Control S.
Okay.
Okay. Now click on file.
You seen?
You see? Yeah. Okay. And then
Then I
right click
drag
on.
this in there.
Not yet. Right click on the untitled. Right
Where?
click on
Untitled.
yeah. Game of the UI. UI. Yeah, you're right. Game object UI.
Game object UI.
And then canvas. And then and now drag and drop your mini panel into canvas. All right. Now that it's there, what you need to do is let's see. Delete. Okay. Right click on your mini panel and unpack your panel. Oh yeah. Right click. Unpack
Unpack
completely.
completely.
Okay. Now delete everything except the button. Yeah. You can just shift select and delete it out.
I just don't want to make. I just want to make sure I don't delete when I'm trying not to delete. All right. So here we
Okay.
go.
Okay. So there's your join button, and now with the join, click on the join button. Yeah. On your join button,
Yes.
and just remove the button component. So click on the triple dots on the top on the right where it says button on the inspector. The triple dots. Yeah, where it says button, the component. Yeah.
Here.
Remove component. Yeah. There you go. And now it's just treated like a background with text. And now you can stretch it like I did.
Wait, how did you remove the buttons components?
You just click. Well, because I duplicated mine from a button, so you can just click on the on that button and just remove the button, just the triple dots that are there for the component, and just remove it. Imagine it's like a rigid body or a box collider that you accidentally put. So you click on the triple dots and then remove it.
Triple dots. Where are the triple dots?
It's
Oh,
on the.
button. I see it. Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna select all of them to do it.
Okay.
Oh, there's a lot of wind going on, apparently.
Fernando,
Yes.
is the the not ready thing that you have on your, is that just normal text? Because shouldn't it turn into ready after someone's ready,
Oh
I
yeah,
guess?
I just have it as normal text right now. It's just red and just says not ready. And when it's ready, then we'll change it by code.
Okay.
We'll change it to green ready.
Okay.
Mhm.
So okay, I'll just make new text then.
Kerchoo. Make sure
For some reason, next to all of my components or like stuff in my, just in my scene, it's like a square, but it's like a black and white plus next to it. Why is that?
black and white plus. I have no idea what you're talking about. Can you share your screen?
Yeah.
Okay, where is it?
It's right here. All of these have like a black and white plus next to the square, like this.
Oh, because you didn't unpack your. Oh. Okay,
I
can you
did-
unpack your stuff? Scroll. No, it's blue text. That means it's still packed. Right click on menu one. Unpack prefab completely.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, and then I just for the not ready stuff, I just make just random, like regular text.
Mhm.
All right.
Someone's watching Godzilla.
Is that GTA in the background I hear?
Masterpiece. Okay. Let's okay, so is everyone ready or still need some time with this?
I'm
I'm ready.
almost done.
Almost ready? Almost done? Okay, let me know when you guys are ready so we can move on. Oh, you know what? I forgot to add one thing. Well, I don't know. Do you guys want to add like what car the person is choosing or what the player is choosing?
I don't think that matters that much.
Is it, I mean, some
No,
people are like,
I
you
think we
can't
should
choose
have
the
it.
same car as
Yeah, you
I'm
can choose the
choosing.
same color.
I mean, yeah, of course you can choose the same color. I mean, that's fine. But I don't know. Usually, like, well,
No, what I meant was like I was thinking that if someone chooses a certain color, there's only one color for each person, like that kind of thing.
do you want to make that a restriction? I think it's fine.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. If no one else wants it, it's okay.
Yeah. But we can, but that's going to be in code. But for now, we're just going to leave it. Anyone can join any color. But right now, what I'm trying to say is it's not displaying who is choosing what. So when you start the game, then I mean, you know who your car is because you chose your color,
Yeah, yeah, I
and the
think that would
camera
be
is focused
cool if
in
we
it.
could
But
know
then,
who everyone chose.
yeah, okay, so let's do that because then if you suddenly see like 5 bikes and you're like the only car, you're like what? or maybe you're like all the same bike color by random choice. Okay, so let's add a little image next to it. Just keep it like a white image. So here on the, I'm gonna delete my players again because I just want to copy and paste. Um, so here I'm gonna move this a little to the right, and I'm gonna put an image. So you buy image, make it something here, and make it small, something like that. And I think what is the size that we have for our scripts? I mean for sprites. 71 by 131. Okay. So here's 71 by 131. Okay, good. Resize this maybe around here. There we go. Something like this. So then I'm just gonna duplicate this and move it down.
What did you just do?
I added image placeholders, so when the player connects, it's gonna show you what is that player, what car did it or vehicle that player chose.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are image placeholders like in the UI?
Yeah,
Okay.
just make sure to resize your image. The image is 71 by 131.
Is it just image or raw image?
Image. Raw image is for minimats.
And how big did you make it?
I made it 71 by 131. Where it says width and height.
Oh, that made it super like tall.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
is
then you
it
have to scale it down.
raw image
Wait,
or
is
image?
it raw
Sorry.
image or image?
Image. It's just image.
Okay, good.
Wait, but 131 height like covers like the entire thing for me.
Okay. Just scale it down. So it's 71 131, but then you can still scale it. So you can click on the image, scale it, then click on the little white box, and just make it smaller.
It was 71 with 31. That's just the aspect ratio.
When it says player connecting, will we have like their username there?
Yeah, it's a username you type. Remember in the beginning?
Yeah, so will the username go into player connecting or
Yeah,
where would
yeah.
it?
It's gonna replace player connecting with the username.
Okay, okay, cool.
We are gonna put some limits, like maximum characters and things like that. So
Okay, okay.
people, yeah.
What else do I need?
To create the image next to it, Molly. So all you have to do is just to right click and then create image, and then put it in the right place. And then that image, just make it the correct size. And the size I put, the width and height is 71 by 131. For some reason, the Wii Sports music is stuck in my head.
Wii Sports music, really?
Yeah, that's just a random thing.
I don't blame you.
Mhm.
Kind of catchy.
Can you share your screen, Molly? Oh, you can't see anything on Google Meet. That's just probably your computer crashed. It's a senior moment. Just restart the come back, get out and come back in. The Google Meet usually has the senior moments. All right. So now that everyone has this, now let's make sure you save this, and let's go back to the previous scene. So if you saved everything on scenes, you can go back and mine is called title scene. Yours is called maybe something else, but this one's mine. I forgot to click this. There you go. Okay. So this is the scene you should see. If you have the other panel enabled, just make sure to disable it. By default, the second panel should be disabled. You need to first set your character's name and the type of car, then you select next. Okay. So now that we have this, let's get some programming done. Again, we're not gonna finish all of this in one go because that's a lot. So to start this off is first, we already have a game manager. And then what we want to add here is a lobby manager. So click on add component. And we're going to look for network. Oops, network.
What is this under?
This is under the game manager. Under
Okay.
this is the main title scene. So we're back to the first title scene. The first scene we're working on today. Sorry, it's called.
What should it be called?
It's called network room manager. So network room manager. So it's already created for. It's already there. All you have to do is just select it. Okay. Then you're gonna get all this like this big script with a bunch of information there.
In my game manager, Fernando, in the game info, the car selection, it's not like there. Should I drag it in? That's supposed to be dragged in, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be tracked in, but don't worry about that yet. Just
Okay.
leave it blank. Just leave it blank for now. We're gonna focus on the manager, on the room manager.
I just noticed it, yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Make sure to import it. Okay. Now that we have this open, the next thing we need to do is so we can edit the settings here. So here we have the tick rate, which is 30. Let's just leave it at 30. If you want higher tick rate, this means that the network's going to work harder. So this is important if you have, let's just like Rainbow Six Siege, where you have very precise aiming, or CS:GO, where you have very precise aiming. That's where you want to put the tick rate.
CS:GO.
That's where you want to put the tick rate higher. But since our game is not going to be very precise, where we're not calculating exactly the momentum or angle or the trajectory of something, we're just going to keep it at 30. Then we have offline and online. So our offline scene is going to be our title. So this title screen. So click and drag your title screen there. Okay. And the next one, it says online screen. This one is your lobby. So let's click and drag our lobby scene here. Okay. So we have title scene, lobby scene for our online.
I'm trying to drag my title screen into it, but it's not working. Do I have to drag like my canvas in?
No. It has. You could just drag your your Unity the scene. We're looking for scenes only.
Oh, so like mine's called menu, and that's like the name select and the
Yeah.
host
Okay.
new
Perfect.
game thing. That's it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's it. That's your offline scene. Okay. And then your online scene should be the lobby. All right. The next one is we have the transport. Don't worry about that. Network address. For now, we're just gonna have it a local host. That means it's gonna connect to your own computer. Max connections. We're just gonna leave it at 4 for 4 players. Disconnect in a inactive timeout. So how much seconds do you want to give to someone after AFK? So after 60 seconds, they're gonna get booted. So here you can have a check mark, so automatically boot them out, or it's just gonna time them out. Whichever one's okay, so this one actually is just a flag. It's just going to tell you after 60 seconds of idle, it's going to tell you this person is officially idle, AFK. So from there, you can take action, or if you wanted to automatically boot, there's a check mark here. Just check mark it. It's going to automatically kick them out of the server. Authenticator, we're not using authenticators. Player prefab, we have not made that yet. So to make a player prefab, we have to go to our actual game and then add a network identity. So let's do that. Let's go to track 1. So make sure everything is saved. So when you go to track 1, it's going to tell you please save, and just save. So we're going to track 1, and let's go to our car. Okay. In our car, what we need to do is we need to create a prefab of this. But before we do that, let's scroll down and add a component. And we need to look for network identity. So add a network identity.
Whoa, wait,
Uh,
sorry, what happened? I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, cool.
I didn't know
um,
that you actually started like I don't know, stop helping people.
I see. Okay. So what I did is okay. How did you do the network manager yet?
No.
Okay. Let me go back then. Okay. So our title scene. So our title scene here. Make sure you go to the game manager. Okay. This game manager, it has the game info only. So we're gonna add a network room manager. Okay. For the network room manager, the two things we added
Wait,
is
where'd you get game manager?
it's already created. We had
I
this.
don't have one. I just have
Uh,
a vet system.
okay, just add a game. So remember, we are on our main title page, the one where you enter your username.
Oh.
You're not in the
Okay.
lobby.
Wait, should I have to save this one though, right? What should I
Yeah,
save it as?
lobby.
Okay. Lobby dot what? Dot any doesn't matter.
No, no. I mean,
Okay.
just call it lobby.
Okay. Okay, I see game manager.
Okay.
So what do I add? Network room manager.
Network room manager, yes. And then you need to supply an offline scene and an online scene. The offline is the title screen, so whatever your title screen is, so your current scene is,
Wait, so I
that is
just drag in title, like the scene.
the scene, yes.
Okay. And then what about online?
Online is your lobby.
Okay. I did that.
Okay. And then scroll down, and then that's all we did for now because we are stuck with the player prefab. So let's go to our track one, so our actual game. Double click on your car so you can zoom in. Okay. And in here, we're gonna add a network identity. So click on Add Component and then Network Identity, and then we're gonna add another part, network network transform. Okay. So we added two things: network identity and network transform. Okay, and then in the network transform, you need to check the mark, check the mark, check a client authority. Make sure that is checked. Okay, because the user is going to be controlling the car, not the server. We're not doing server side stuff yet. Okay. Once you have that, make your player card a prefab. So click and drag your player card down here until you create a prefab. Okay. So right now, this part is object is now a prefab. You can delete your panel, the other panel thing. You don't need anymore. So here I'm gonna delete my panel.
Hold up, what
Wait,
did you
but
just do?
what doesn't the player card change based on the
Yeah,
color?
yeah, because the player card. Take a look at the player card. It only has a sprite here. So whatever sprite here we add, right? It changes the car. It's just a sprite.
Oh wait, is the player card an empty? No.
What? No.
Okay, okay. Whatever. So the player card, I made it into a prefab. Is that it?
Yeah,
Okay, and then where do you add the network stuff into? Is that in the camera?
that's on the player card.
Did you just drag out the player car and make it a prefab using that way? Like just drag it up from the hierarchy into your project folder?
Yep.
Okay.
A network transform, right? And network identity.
Mm-hmm.
And did you do anything after that, or is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, cool.
What do you do after you drag the car out? You mean the car in? You have to drag the car into the project folder. After that, there's nothing. Just make sure you have a network identity and a network transform. Also, one last thing. Remember, the network transform. You have to click on client authority. It has to be on. Again, reason why we are controlling the car. It's the client is served. So you, the player, is sending the server, whoever the server is, where it's moving. Okay, it's not that the server is doing server side stuff. It's that's other games, sophisticated games. Ours is a simple game.
Wait, I just tried to click play, and when I did, my player card just disappeared, and I couldn't move it or anything. What's going on?
Nope, you can't do that anymore because now it's a network item. Reason why the game has to be in a scene or in a network in a lobby in order for the game to start. So this game is no longer available offline. You have to create either your own server to play with, I guess, the CPUs that are there. And then when we create lobbies, we're going to replace the CPUs, the computer players, with actual players. All right. So that's that. Let's make sure to save this, and let's go back to the other scenes. So let's go to scenes, and let's go to title screen again. All right, remember to zoom out. So once you zoom out, again, we go back to the game manager. And in the game manager, again, remember, it was asking for player prefab. All we need to do is just click and drag our player prefab there, and now that's selected. Okay. The next one says auto create player. We'll leave that on. Player spawn method. We're gonna do round robin. So depending on what.
Wait, where are you right now?
I'm at Bytes and Bots in the lab, Irvine.
No, on Unity.
Okay.
Like, what was
I'm
the
in
first option you checked?
Oh, and also, I'm not able to see my screen in the game or the scene tab.
Okay, so I'm right now on the title screen. So this is where you enter your username and username.
Oh,
and,
never mind. I was actually just really zoomed in.
Yeah. So username and the type of car. So that's scene.
Okay.
And we're under game manager.
What options did you do?
I just selected where it says player prefab. I clicked and drag our car into that selection where it says none for player prefab.
Okay, I did it.
Okay. And then the next one says auto create player. Make sure that's checked on. And then the spawn method, we're going to change this from random to round robin. Again, depending on what position the person joined, and that's the position that they're going to get. If you do random, then it might stack two players on top of each other. So we don't want that.
Wait. Did you put the player, the car for the player in the spot where it says player prefab?
Yeah.
Oh, where did you get that from? Just the project folder?
Project folder, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And that is basic. Oh, one last thing. Well, two last things. It says room player fab and then room scene, and gameplay scene. So these are important. So let's go to the scenes again. So for our room scene is our lobby. So make sure you click and drag our lobby. Our gameplay scene is track 1. So make sure that is there. Track 1 is our gameplay. Room scene is our lobby. Okay. And the last thing we need to add is a room player prefab. Okay. This one we're going to create. I'm just gonna wait for everyone to finish these two scenes, and then we're gonna move on to our player, our
I
network
finished.
player. Okay.
So where do we change everything? So one of them is scene management, offline screen is title screen. Where do we drag this? Do we just drag it from the?
You're the project folder.
Oh, okay.
Just drag it from the project folder. And like I said, our player object here, just make sure you have player prefab, change it to round robin. And then the last parts where it says room scene and game scene, make sure it's lobby for room scene and track 1 for gameplay scene.
What was the last thing you
I
said?
don't have that. It doesn't show game scene or room scene or anything.
It should be all the way in the bottom of your manager.
Fernando, what was the last thing you said?
Last thing I said, gameplay
Rooms.
scene is your track one.
Uh-huh.
Track one is
And
your actual game where your car is.
okay, and then what's the room scene? Lobby or
Room scene is your lobby.
okay. Is that it?
For now, yes.
It's not all the way at the bottom of my thing. It's not there.
Okay. Can you share your screen?
Can you guys see me? Can you see my screen?
Oh yeah, now I can see it. Yeah.
All right, so and I go to game manager and I scroll down.
You have the wrong manager. You have a network manager. We need a network room manager. So remove the network. Remove the telepathy. No, you need to remove telepathy.
So I just
Remove component.
remove component. I
Yeah.
remove this too.
No. You can keep that. Just add component, and then network
Okay.
room manager.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah. Make sure you put the right stuff in the right place. Okay. Now that we have this, and the last thing we need to do is the room player prefab. So this is pretty simple. All we need to do is create an empty game object. So let me actually resume my presentation.
What?
Hmm?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on.
Okay. So yeah, like I said, create an empty game object. So just an empty game object. Make sure it's zeroed out. So 000. Add a component, and then call it network room player. Okay. Network room player. Okay, and that's it. Oh, actually rename
Wait,
it.
we add network room player.
Call it player. Huh? This one is just an empty game object I just made.
Oh, and we add what? Network room player.
Yeah.
What about
Make sure
network
it
Is
it
this
auto add it adds it automatically.
is this just wait, so it's an empty game object, but then do we also add network identity?
It auto adds once you add network room player, it automatically adds it.
Okay.
You can manually add it. That's fine. Extra step.
Wait, for the can you go back to the game manager? I need to check something real quick.
Okay. What's up?
So offline scene and online scenes. Okay.
That's weird because it didn't add it for me.
If it didn't add it, you can just add it yourself.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Okay, like I said, your player has to have a network room player, and it's going to auto create a network identity. Okay. Sorry. Um, once you have that, make a prefab from your player. So click and drag your player down here on your project folder, and then delete the player from your scene. Okay. Once you have that, go back to the manager, and then the last thing you need to fill is where it says room player prefab. Just click and drag your player and put it there. Okay, that's the room player. That's the player that's going to be spawned when it's in the lobby, and then once the lobby is done, when you press start, then the actual car spawns.
Wait, where's this
Having a-
from?
I'm
I
having a
can't drag
problem with
anything in.
my drop down menu.
Okay, just a moment. What were you saying, Parsha?
I can't drag in the prefab into room player prefab.
Did you make the game object? Did you make it a prefab?
The game object with the network identity and room player?
Yeah. Well, you
No, I
should
did
probably name it
not.
something else other than game object, but yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Okay, and then this goes into. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What should I call this thing? The game object.
Player or lobby player.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You need to delete it from the hierarchy
Wait,
anyway.
are we dragging in our player car prefab into the room player prefab, or is that something else? Because it's not letting me drag.
It's something else. It's the thing we just created. The player, the thing with the network room player.
Yeah,
That's the thing we're dragging.
that game object.
What?
It's a game object with the network identity.
Yeah,
and
it's the empty game object. That's the thing we're dragging in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm having a problem with my drop down menu. I just tried to test it. I'm having a problem with the drop down menu where you choose your type of car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you use yours, you select a car and it'll change like the cut. You'll change the car you see on screen. For mine, it's not doing that.
Okay, can you share your screen again?
Okay. The heck? Some things like my entire browser just started glitching.
Telling you. A little moment. Okay, well, yeah. So since we put everything in the game manager, that should be it for today. Tomorrow we'll go a little bit. We're going to do some overrides. So this is going to be a little more challenging with programming, especially for the students that haven't done any type of Java or C++ overriding methods. But don't worry. Well, if you, I'm just gonna go through it, and if you can't catch up, I'll have the scripts ready for you. You can catch up there. Yeah, and then we'll hopefully make it live by tomorrow, and then we can at least play with ourselves, a local player with or Zane and Reese, so they can play against each other.
Wait, so it's not online
Zane, you're
yet?
gonna get destroyed, so just prepare, okay?
Wait.
What's that?
Wait, I have a question. How's it gonna work? Because like our games are
Mhm.
different. Like whose racetrack would it go to?
Oh, that's why
Games or
you
something
have
else.
to
So,
provide
Oh,
to
you
make the
send it
game.
to
You have to
them?
build it, so you have to click on File, build, and then and you have to send the game to them. Then both of you guys run the game, and then from there, you guys can battle each other.
Oh,
I feel like that's a lot
if,
of work
If we
for not
did
that
that
much
right
of a
now, would it
payoff.
work?
Getting
Fernando?
to work. What's that? What's that? Who said something?
What?
Fernando?
I didn't say anything.
That must have been me. I said that sounds like a lot of work for not that much of a payoff. I might just wait.
I don't. Okay, I didn't understand anything you just said, but okay.
Wait, what?
No, I'm referring to you talking about how me and Zane could play in the same game. Like how he'd have to send it over to me. I said that sounds like a lot of work for not that much of a payoff.
I see. Well,
But it is a good payoff. We get to play together.
well, anyways, so that's gonna be that. So yeah, does anyone have any questions before we take off? Oh, actually, no, so Liam, I'm still waiting for you to share your screen. You haven't shared your screen. He left.
Oh, he just left.
Okay, well, there's homework.
Liam was like, "Wait, I'm gonna head out."
All right, so there's homework. The homework is you guys will make me a toggle button. So with the toggle button, what's going to happen is actually, let me show you what's going to happen. This is the second version of the game. I'm actually like 3 days ahead of you guys with the other race car game. So what's going to happen is you guys will have a toggle button.
A toggle is just a check mark, and then what's the toggle is going to be for motorcycle. So it's going to say yes or no for the motorcycle, and it's going to change your image on the motorcycle. So this doesn't have to be well. It does require programming. It's just like 2 lines, 3 lines of code on your what is it? Who's the one that handles this? The game info. So the game manager, the game info script. This is where you're gonna do
Wait,
your changes. So
You
let
mean
me.
to change it to the same like type of car, like the same color, but a motorcycle?
Yeah. So something
Oh,
like
the
this.
thing is, I don't really need that because in my drop down list, I already have all the motorcycles already listed there.
I see. Well, you're gonna remove them, and now you're gonna have this check mark.
Okay.
So yeah, homework. So here? Just take a look. This is already done. So here I can choose black, blue, green, or whatever, right? Whatever color I want. And now when I click the check mark, it's gonna turn to that motorcycle, right? And when I remove the check mark, it's gonna change it back to the car. Okay. So that's what I need you guys to do. That's for homework.
Okay.
And again, let me show you how it's done. So you guys can yeah. So I here I have car selection, which is where's this this is on my um yeah, this is on my image thing, the little the thing that toggles the images. So here I added a second array of images. This is just called available bikes, and this was just called available cars. So they're going to be separated. And then here I have a toggle, a function for toggle. So toggle bike. And then here I have an instance of the toggle, right? So it's a public toggle, bike toggle. So you click and drag that into your inspector. Now you have access to that, and you grab the component. The option is on. So if it is checked, then it's going to choose. It's going to change the list to bikes, and if it's not, it's going to choose the list to available cars. And all you need to change is instead of having, because what we had was available cars like this, you need to change it to another variable called choose. Well, you don't have to call it choose from, but basically this is just a blank array that is just going to take in either cars or bikes depending on what you choose. So it's going to change depending on what checkmark you have. Okay, so this is going to be this is basically the answer to your thing. And then how you link it, if you go to your let's see, if you go to the toggle here, there's going to be an on chain. So just like the button, you press the plus button, and it's going to be here with like run what do you want to do. So you select the car selection. So again, it's going to be the picture, and then what you want to do is you want to select the car selection, and then I called it toggle bike. So toggle bike is this function here. So it's going to go in there. So once the button is pressed, or once the check mark is either pressed, no, the check mark is pressed. So now you have to ask, is it on or off? Depending on what it is, then it's going to choose the different array. Okay, so it should be fairly simple. Maybe you guys have done harder stuff, but try and see what you guys get. Okay, you guys can take a picture of it and just have the answer there or not. You guys have any questions?
I think I'm good.
You're Gucci. All right. No, you're not good at Molly.
How's Liam gonna know what's gonna happen?
Liam is here. He
Oh,
joined.
he is. I thought he left.
No, he's back.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's still here.
Yeah, I had to restart my browser because it crashed when I tried to share my screen. But I'm back.
Okay. Well, stay, Liam, and I can help you with your problem. Everyone else, if you don't have any questions, you're free to go, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good luck, and
Bye.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.